Top 10 reunions Outlanders ranked. Outlander has many important characters from seasons 1 to 5. Let's recall some of the best reunions from Outlander. Number 10 is Claire and Geillis reunion from season 3, episode 12. Claire and Jamie attend a party in Jamaica. While Claire talking with Lord John, Claire suddenly sees Geillis. Her expression shows somewhat surprising and sad. Claire tells Lord John that she thinks she just saw a ghost, and Claire goes outside with eagerness to find out if she really sees Geillis. Out of curiosity, she hears Geillis's voice from her behind, and surprisingly, Claire realized this is real. Number 9 is young Ian and the Frasers from season 5, episode 8. While Jamie and Claire playing with their grandson near Frasers Ridge Forest, all of a sudden Jamie hears some sound from trees nearby. Jamie alerts Claire to take care of the child. Jamie goes to find out what is it. Suddenly Wild Boar attacked him. Very soon Wild Boar finds an arrow from young Ian and is killed. Jamie thought he is Mohawk but did not realize that he is Ian since he is far from sight. Once Ian walks towards Jamie with his dog, Jamie comes to know that he is Ian and tells Claire that he is Ian. Claire is so happy to see him and tells him she never thought of seeing him again. Jamie is so happy to see him back. Then Ian meets Brianna and Roger as well. Ian sadly looks at Roger as Roger wants to tell something, but he is unable to. Brianna hugs Ian, tells him that it's really good to see him back. Number 8 is Claire and Fergus from season 3, episode 6. After Claire and Jamie reunite, Jamie takes Claire to the streets of Edinburgh. Jamie stops Claire and gave a sign to Fergus that Claire is returned. Fergus is surprised to see Claire. He calls her Milady and tells her it's a miracle. Claire feels so happy to see him as a grown-up kid. Claire complimented him as a handsome boy. Claire asks Fergus about his hand and Fergus asks Claire about her disappearance. Number 7 is Jamie and Murtagh from season 4, episode 5. Young Ian finds their horse bit is broken before traveling back to Frasers Ridge from the city of North Carolina. Ian finds a blacksmith nearby and convinced him to mend the horse bit for a high price. Ian tells Jamie that he paid 21 shillings to repair the horse bit. Jamie is not happy. Jamie goes to the blacksmith along with Ian to find out why the blacksmith has demanded such a big price for small work. Jamie screams at the blacksmith. When the blacksmith turns back, Jamie realized that blacksmith is nothing but his uncle Murtagh. Number 6 is Brianna and Roger from season 4, episode 13. When Brianna is at River Run, Jamie and Claire tell her the fact that they revealed the truth about Brianna's child to Roger. Brianna almost gave up her hopes on Roger. While Brianna preparing to go back to Frasers Ridge, all of a sudden she sees a man riding a horse from the window. She couldn't stop herself to run towards Roger. This is one of the best romantic reunions in the entire Outlander series. Number 5 is Claire and Murtagh from season 4, episode 5. When Claire collects wood pieces at her home in Frasers Ridge, she heard a whistle, the boogie woogie bugle boy, and when she turns back there is Murtagh dancing. Claire smiles at him with surprise. Jamie already told Claire about his reunion with Murtagh, but Murtagh didn't agree to come to Frasers Ridge. Murtagh says boogie woogie bugle boy with a smile, then Claire hugs Murtagh. Claire has a special place in her heart for Murtagh. We all know how strong is their bonding. Number 4 is Brianna and Claire from season 4, episode 9. After Jamie meets her daughter Brianna in the streets of Wilmington, Jamie waits outside along with Brianna until Claire finishes her shopping. When Claire comes out from her shopping, Jamie calls her Sassenach. Then Claire turns back and sees her daughter. Claire is shocked to see her daughter. Claire hugs Brianna with full of love and joy. Number 3 is Brianna and Jamie from season 4, episode 9. When Brianna is in search of Roger, Brianna thinks Roger left him. She is standing near the sea with disappointment. Lizzie comes to Brianna and tells her that her parents are here in Wilmington. Brianna tries to find out her father Jamie. She asks for a tall and red-headed Scotsman is one of the people in town. Luckily that person tells Brianna about Jamie and where can she find him. This reunion is funny. Jamie peeing to the wall and getting to know that someone is in his back. Jamie asks, what do you want, lassie? Brianna replies, it's you. Jamie says, sorry, I am a married man. Jamie didn't even look at her. Brianna asks Jamie, is he Jamie Fraser? Jamie says yes and sees Brianna, her daughter, for the first time. With no more suspense to the viewers, Brianna reveals her identity, that her name is Brianna, and she is his daughter. Jamie can't believe it, tears roll down his eye with happiness. This is one of the best reunions in the Outlander series. Number 2 is Claire and Frank from Season 2, Episode 1. Claire comes back to her own time. Through the stones to escape the Battle of Culloden. She walks alone with Outlanders. Traditional dress inroads of Inverness. She hears a car horn. The car stops and an old man. "Get down from the car," asks Claire. "That is, okay?" Claire asks that man what year is it. He says it is 1948. She keeps asking questions about the Battle of Culloden. Frank walks into the hospital, Frank curious to see her wife after 2 years of disappearance. Frank approached Claire when she is resting in the hospital bed. Claire says to Frank that she is back. Frank replied that he is so grateful for that. This reunion is not a happy one for Claire. Number 1 is Jamie and Claire from Season 3, Episode 6. Claire finds out that Jamie is alive. She comes back to Jamie time to find out about her beloved husband. As Claire did enough investigation to know where Jamie is, she directly goes to the printing shop. Jamie looks old, he wears spectacles. Jamie hears some sound, says, "Is that you, Geordie?" He asks where. "Do you go to get the ash, all the way to Glasgow?" Then Jamie hears a voice of Claire saying, "It is not Geordie, it's me." Jamie is stunned to hear her voice and faints while looking at her. Claire and Jamie's expressions are priceless at this moment. This is the best ever reunion in the entire Outlander series so far. This is it for today. Hope you enjoyed the memories of watching Outlander. Please subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos.